What's going on, everybody? Liam O'Reilly, Vermont economic realtor. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Christmas weekend. I was down on Long Island. I apologize for not posting a video. My girlfriend's family lives down there. We spent the holidays with them, and I didn't prepare enough to get a video out within the past few days. So I apologize about that. I'm going to do a better job at that in the future. Wanted to talk to you today about some thoughts I've been having on the housing market. My girlfriend's family, part of her family works in the or used to work. He's retired now, but used to work in the post office here in Vermont, and the post office here in Vermont has been stretched thin for years now. Really, I mean, since the pandemic at least. I don't know about before then, but there's just not enough workers in the post office to to satisfy the demand, to satisfy the packages that are coming in. I mean, everybody that works there is stretched thin, working overtime. That's really the expectation at the post office. At least I'm fairly certain right now. At least it was when Emily, my girlfriend's um, family member, was working there, and I I was thinking about this when I was thinking about the affordable housing and the zoning and how there's just a lack of housing supply, especially in the affordable level, both for purchasing for first time home buyers, for people that would be purchasing a home who work at the post office, have a solid paying job, would have no problem getting a mortgage, but just there's nothing in their price range, and the stuff that comes up in their price range is just so competitive. And it's the same thing with the rental market around here, where if there's workers that are going to come and help out the post office and help relieve some of their stress, give them more bodies, give them the bodies that they need. They have to have a place to live that's affordable and that they can not be spending all their money on rent. And that just doesn't exist right now, and it all comes back to what I've said on this channel over and over again, of the lack of supply on the market, both on the rental side and on the home sale side. Is there's just not enough homes in existence, and or not enough properties, whether it be condos or single family homes, apartments, things along those lines. And it's expensive to build the cheaper starter homes. It's more expensive to do that than it is to or the margins are thinner on those starter homes than it is on the $700,000-800,000 properties. Zoning, as we've talked about many times, is restrictive when it comes to building multiple units, whether it be a duplex or a 2 unit condo complex, or a multi-unit, a 70 unit condo or apartment building. Zoning is much more restrictive in a lot of these towns when it comes to that style of building that would bring more affordable housing to Vermont. And then obviously we've talked about the Federal Reserve many times on this channel as well, and how the higher interest rates make things less certain for home builders make building more expensive because they're spending more money on interest rates when they're taking out loans to build these properties. And on top of that, the labor is expensive because there's not that many tradesmen around the area. And I know nationally these are issues that are hitting a lot of different areas, and I think Vermont Vermont has been hit as far as the labor shortage goes more than other places because of our lack of housing. Um, I wanted to bring up, just to reiterate my point, where that workforce housing, that the housing of restaurant workers and postal workers and people that can't afford to pay the rent that somebody who, say, works remotely for Apple, or what remote workers who have seen a massive pay increase and can afford these home prices and these rent prices, and are driving up are living in Vermont now, and driving up the demand for housing, can't afford. So I just wanted to bring up this article here. This is the economic review for Washington County. And Washington County is where Montpelier is, where Barre is, the capital of Vermont. And it says right here, this region suffers from the same issues facing all of Vermont, said Stewart. We need affordable workforce housing and access to affordable quality childcare. So the affordable housing is what I've been talking about in this video. and it's something that I've talked about many times on this channel, and it's something that it's just an interesting dilemma. I mean, there's give and takes that that we're experiencing, where the tight zoning or the high interest rates, the labor supply, things along these lines are affecting our systems that we have in place here in Vermont, as far as things that we take for granted, like the post office or restaurants. I mean, it's difficult to get a reservation in downtown Burlington unless you plan weeks. I mean, not weeks ahead, but at least a week ahead. My girlfriend and I tried to make a reservation a few weeks ago at the Single Pebble downtown in Burlington, and they were booked out for a week. You know, it was Saturday night, or I think it was Friday night. We were trying to get a reservation, and Friday night, Saturday night were all booked, and then next Saturday was also booked. It's just insane, and I know part of that is there's just not. It's a good restaurant, and there's not that many restaurant options available around here compared to other cities. But part of it too is the restaurants don't have the servers and don't have the workers to fill the jobs that are needed. And part of the reason why these workers aren't here is that housing is too expensive for those people who are working these jobs. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. I'm still working through these thoughts, but let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. I know there's a subscriber of mine who reached out to me personally and got me on this idea of demographics in different economies and different sizes, and that's not something that I've researched enough to talk about in this video, but it's something that I'm going to touch on in later videos. Anyway, Liam O'Reilly, Vermont Economic Realtor. If you're looking to purchase a home here in Vermont, all my contact information, or sell a home here in Vermont, all my contact information is listed below. Feel free to reach out, call, text, email. They're all fine. Other than that, leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.